Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is February 18th, 2026. It is a Wednesday. Hey, Laurel. She just gave us our check. She said, sounds good, looks good. Good. Fantastical. I was about tanked. I went earlier today. I'm like, hey, tonight's going to be another rough night. Said, but I can't call this off. I called off Sundays. Sunday, I wasn't in a bad mood. I was just a bit tired, but I was not in the mood to talk. Now, since that's what I do, it doesn't make sense to do the show if I'm not in the mood to talk. Not that I was in a mood. I wasn't in a mood. I was just not in the mood to talk. Not that that's much different tonight, but it's not quite as bad as it was the other night. I just, you get in those moods. It's like, I just don't feel like talking. Then I get up to the studio tonight. And I turn on my monitors. That way I don't get things burned into them. I turn them off. And, Facebook had logged me out of this system. Like, oh, well, that's nice. Because I don't have the passwords. They're in my master log, which ain't in the studio. It's downstairs. So I had to reset my passwords. So that was fun. They sent it to my email, the reset code, and put that in. They were like, I don't know. Okay, send it to my phone. So they sent it to my phone, and that finally worked. I reset the password and got the page up and running. It's like, So now, of course, that means, Laurel says I hate it when that, yeah. So I run it on my phone, my laptop, and my studio system. And now in the laser room. So I got four bits of equipment that run Facebook and everything on it. I also use that a lot. That it's not Facebook, but like I'll email myself something instead of downloading it and take it into the other room. I'll just email it to myself and go to the next system and check my email. There it is, and download it. It's just a lot faster. Unless it's a lot of files. If it's just like one file or two files. Laurel says it froze up. I'll reboot on my end. Okay. You come on back. Everybody else let me know whether it froze up for them as well. I know we got some more people out there because I see the numbers. I see the numbers. Oh, wait here. Before I get yakking about other stuff. Hey, say hello till Laurel gets back. Scooby-Doo. But yeah, the weather's been something here. We got a good snowstorm the other day. It was starting to melt and it's starting to get warm. And we got another good snowstorm and piled up on it. Let's see if I can let's see here. I'll show folks the let's see here. See, that's my micro shop. It's going to be the micro shop. But you see the snow. We got snow again. we got snow again, so hopefully that'll be out of here soon. But yeah, we got the Gus says it's coming on Friday and Saturday. Stop it. No. This is wreaking havoc with migraines. We're supposed to be like up in the 40s this week, right? We're supposed to hit 40. My goodness. We need warm weather. We need warm weather. I'm done with this. I want to get out on the river. I want to get out on the river and the lakes. This is our year. This last year, I couldn't do anything because I was selling guns all freaking year. So I was working long days, rotating schedule. Some days I'd open, some days I'd close. The missus hated that. She hated not having me home for dinner every night. See, she's used to having me around. I've been self-employed for a good long time, so she's used to having me around, and I wasn't around. I'd lost weight because I wasn't eating right. I'm getting my weight back. I like it better, carrying more weight. But yeah, I just couldn't. On my feet all day long, walking back and forth, selling guns and shit like that, and not eating properly. Well, then not being in the best of physical shape because my back and hip went out on me. Gus says we have about 3 feet of snow here, not melting at all. Yeah, we ain't got that much here. We got well, there's the picture, but this snow was all gone between the house and the shed. It was all gone, and everything was all gone. And you can't see. I didn't show you over by the Frankenzebo, but we probably got about 1.5 feet, something like that, about 1.5 feet. But, yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done with this. But, yeah, like I said, I lost weight. Then I got injured again. And I'm good. I mean, my back's aching now, but that's because of the weather and everything. But, yeah, couldn't go canoeing. Couldn't go on our drives like we wanted to go on the drives because I was working. I worked the weekends. I worked the weeks. I only had one weekday off, and that was just packed full of shit that I had to do. Gus says we got an inch yesterday with a snow squall that came through. Yeah, we didn't get it. Nothing stuck here. Nothing stuck here. But that's the way of things. Folks who live in New Hampshire can tell you, you travel 20 minutes north or south, you can be totally different weather-wise and what's going to stick. So Gus is north of Concord. I'm south of Concord. Snow will clear here faster, and notably faster than it clears him, yet we're not that far apart. And then you go up further north, and they'll have snow a good bit longer than he has snow. The missus wants another smoker. I have a smoker, but it's a classic wood burner, which means if I want to smoke all night, I ain't getting any sleep. So long smokes was not it. I haven't smoked anything for 2.5 years. I think it's about 2.5 years. And my other rig is about shot. Hey, Kay, welcome to the show. So I'm going to get a pellet smoker. I was thinking just an electric because I can run them all night too. But the problem is I can't get them up hot enough if I want to do a final cook in it. The pellets will go from about 125 to 400. And there's ways to get more smoke than the pellets do anyways. But you get good pellets, you'll do fine. But so we're going to get ourselves a pellet stove. So I can start it up. I can throw brisket in there. I can throw brisket in before I go to bed. And she'll be smoking all night. And I don't have to worry about it. It was funny watching all the reviews and stuff like that. Gus says, heck, they have almost 6 feet up north. Well, I can keep that. And people were complaining, the temperature fluctuates. It's like, you're a retard. They always fluctuate. I mean, an electric smoker stays about as steady as you want, but there ain't a single wood-fired smoker that keeps the same temperature. You're constantly fighting it. It's dropping too low. It's going too high. It fluctuates. But if you can keep it within 50-degree swing, you might drop and you might go up. So 25 to 50-degree swing, you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. So it's just funny watching people complain about, it fluctuates. Of course it fluctuates. Yeah, because it's trying to keep us steady. It'll build up heat and then shut down. It's just like a wood smoker. But yeah, so she's like, she told me the other day, a few days ago, she's like, dude, we need to get a smoker. She calls me dude. Need to get a smoker. Because she misses it. We don't smoke everything, but we smoked a lot. We like our smoked, we do our brisket and our chickens and our ribs. And Laurel says my son has a pit box wood pellet stove, and it's a fancy one with a programmable. Yeah, I think I'm going pit box. They seem to be a little bit better than the was it Mastercraft? Gus says the camp neighbor has a pellet smoker and it works great. Keeps a constant temp. Yeah, it does this just a little bit, but that's the nature of the beast. But yeah, I'm probably going to go with the. This is funny. She goes. I said, I do my research, right, and the ones I really wanted. Oh, they were expensive. they were expensive, and then I said, "Hey, baby," I call her baby. So, hey, baby, give me a budget. So give me a budget. See, because there's stuff below a certain budget, it's not worth my time and money. And then there's stuff, it's like, oh my goodness. So Laurel says it's nice. Yeah, as long as you keep a few things you turn it up, throw that flue all the way, the chimney thing all the way open. So you're not throwing an overheating code. Just open that thing wide open. You can close it down a little bit. Again, I did you all know me, which is going to get me into my next bitch. Laurel heard this earlier. I researched the shit out of things. But okay, so I said, baby, give me a price. How much you want to spend on this? And she looks at me like, I don't know. I'm like, no, just give me a price. And she goes, $1,500. I said, $1,500 as in 1,500. She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, hell no. That's in the price range of I want these. I can't justify that. It's mostly just me and Laurel says, I looked at Traeger. Holy shit. Yeah. You're looking at look, 1,500 will get you a good rig. Traeger goes a bit higher. There's some other ones that go a bit higher. There's one, a Gorilla or something or other that goes high. The one I was looking at I really like is Camp Chef or something like that. It's because it's extra wide. It's an offset, but it's nice. That was 1,500. But yeah, you can spend $2, $3, $4, $5,000. That's not. It's like it's mostly me and the missus. So I laughed, and it's like, okay, I'm fine. I'm not gonna go there. If I was doing more of it, most the kids, except for my youngest, the kids are all on there. They do their own thing. We had tried to get them over once a month, and they fucked that up. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, we ran a once a month thing for a while until that got all screwed up because somebody wanted it to be about themselves and they wanted to go to the lake instead, and it's like, it's not the purpose of it. You can go to the lake any other weekend. So we just said, fuck it. So they're all doing their own thing. So there's the normal smaller smokers, that's going to be big enough for anything that we need. So I think we're going to, you should build one. Yeah. Not, Gus, I'm not, no, stop it. Gus is fucking with me. I could repair my current smoker. It's an offset. I don't want to have to fuck with it all night. I used an offset wood smoker my whole life. I'm good at it. I just don't want to do it all night. I want to be... Oh, I said me, not you. Oh, okay. Oh, you said you should build one for us. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yes. No, go ahead and do it. Yeah, smokers aren't hard to build if you got the tools. And you got the tools. Gus has the tools to make a smoker. I don't. It's easy to do. I know. It's late. It's late. Fuck y'all. So yeah, I just hey Allie. Welcome to the show. But yeah, I had told the missus that too. It's like, man, I can get a good offset. And then I thought to myself, yeah, but I don't want to fuck with it all night. I'm to the point where it's like, I just want to set it and forget it. That way I can just carry on my day and figure things out. Like I said, there's ways to get extra smoke in there. You put in a little smoke box and there's a way. But yeah, so we'll be getting, I think we're going to get the Laura said I had smoked salmon last night. Delicious. I think we're going to get the Pit Boss Copperhead 5. They're coming in about $5.50 now. So it's like I can justify $5.50. I can't justify $1,500. When she said, "Yep, $1,500," like holy shit. No, baby. Bless her heart. So here shortly we'll be getting that ordered and or picking it up. Laurel says now you can get $1,000 worth of No, stop it. Stop. No, stop it. No. I swear to God I must be Jewish though, because I hate spending money. I hate spending money. Because I've never had money. And I always get like, if I spend it, it's something's going to happen. I'm not going to have the money. Now we're financially fine. If an emergency came down, we got buffer. We're fine. And the missus is getting her new dishwasher in, and that's nice. I'll need a cover. Yeah, but those are only like $34, $35, something like that. $35, $45. Yeah. I mean, yes. So yes, the covers. Yes. Yeah. And again, yes, they've got a nice pellet bucket. It's a square pellet bucket with a nice strainer, basket in it. That's another $50 right there. And it'll hold, I think it holds 40 or 50 pounds in it. So yeah, there's things that, yes, it's not going to be $1,000 worth of accessories though. It's more like under 100, maybe just over 100 on top of that. But yeah, I got the rest. I'm still trying to get the mini shop up and running. So let's get back to the mini shop. Y'all ready? Yeah. Pellets are not cheap either. Yeah, they're not cheap. They ain't that expensive though. They're fine. Laurel says 200. Yeah, no. Yeah. So the first couple things of pellets is probably going to run us. Yeah. So we've got stuff that we have to get. Stop it. God, stop it. We already did the math. We're fine. They're like we're going to give John an aneurysm tonight. He hates spending money, and we're telling him how he's going to have to throw all this money into it. Yes, I understand there's more money that goes into it, but yeah, that was when she said 1,500. No, can't do that. So, okay. Laurel's heard this. Applewood is your favorite. I'm a apple cherry, and maple are my go-tos. Now, when I want some more, then I'll go either with a mesquite is good, but you got to be careful. Mesquite will fuck up a good chicken or pork because it's a bit rough. But I'm a fruit guy. Apple, cherry. I usually do a mix of apple and cherry, and I spritz whatever I'm cooking. Doesn't matter what it is. I spritz it down with apple juice. That's my go-to. Okay. Let's get back to my mini shop. There's a picture taken today. Sorry for the mess. That's the outside of my mini shop. I need a power wash. I'll get that. Stop it, Gus. I am not going to dignify with that with actually reading it out loud. Fuck you. So here's my mini shop. It's 10 feet deep on the outside. Now I say that because people don't. I'm going to say why it's important. 10 feet by 13 feet outside dimensions. Okay? 10 feet by 13 feet outside dimensions. Well, why does that matter? Well, because you got freaking studs in it, which take up space. You don't get 10 by 13 internal. There you go. Laurel says, how thick are the walls? That's right. They are I'd say about, they're 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch plywood thick walls with the studs. And the studs aren't that deep, but they're at least 2x4s in most areas. So you're losing that, okay? Now, the previous owners or the ones before them, I don't know who did it. When you walk straight in the door, it goes straight to the back, about 5 feet wide. Okay? Not quite 5. 4.5 maybe. 4.5 feet wide. Straight to the back. And about 4 foot in. Why? Now I'll tell you why. It makes sense. It makes sense. They put up a half-ass wall at that width, which runs 5 feet deep. At least. 5 to 6 feet deep. Okay. Ellie says, Gus, one of my ex-boyfriend's name is Leaf Roots. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. And then, from that wall, they've got like 1.5 feet of dead space that runs to the back as well. Then they've got, it's like 4 feet or so deep counter with some cabinet up above it. I don't know why it's fucked up. So it's a big workspace, but you can't reach it. So I'm going to have to I got some plans for that. And then it runs from there to the far right of the shed. And then from there it runs across the back side of which would be the right side of the shed at a good 2.5 feet. And then it comes back towards the front door, across the front, again, 2.5 feet deep. Okay, you see? So I've got kind of a weird J that I have, but it's fat on one side. Hard to use space. Laurel says, I would have had to... Yeah, you would, if you want to pay for a fucking electrician. See, I told you, people don't know what the fuck I have in my shed. They've run power into it. And the power's run to certain areas. If ideally gutting the whole thing and using just the square footage and figuring out, I'd put most all of my workbench to the far right up against that wall. And then with shelving and stuff like that, and then move some things. So there's cool things you can do if you have empty square footage. I only have 4 foot by like 8 foot of empty space that's where I move around in. Aside from that, remember I said there's an alcove when you come straight in the door and it goes straight to the back, and then there's some shelves on the wall. Now Laurel's like, why the hell would they do that? And I said, it makes sense. Well, because this was a storage shed that was used for light handiwork, not real woodwork, putter and shit, not real woodwork. And it was mostly for storing stuff and to put yard equipment in. So with that bay, when you come in that door, it's the perfect place to put your lawnmower and your snowblower and your stuff like that. It fits perfectly in there. I put them in side by side. They take up a lot of floor space. So I understand why they made that little alcove. It's like, yeah, it makes sense if that's what you're using it for. Now, that stuff is now in my hoop shed. But since they've already run power into it, and the power comes up through and to the areas of the workbench, I'm not doing that, and I'm not paying somebody to do that. It doesn't make sense for me to do that. I'm already sinking in money for equipment and stuff like that. Allie says, your man cave shop is very nice. Now, sorry for the stupid joke. I will stop. No, that's okay. I had to pass on that other one. Yeah, so it's very small. It's gonna be cool. Somebody had sent me, hey, I saw your post, and they're a member of the back room, but he doesn't come to the show. Check out this Facebook page and stuff like that. They have awesome plans for Laurel says I have an electrical engineer. Yeah, no, that's fine. If Gus did it, I'd do it. I'd say, okay, we'll throw the power down there and Gus can go ahead and read it. But no. So I'm going to make do with what I have. But that's why I've made choices that I've made. Now, what the hell was I saying? Oh, he goes, check out these workbenches for people with little space and stuff like that. Gus says, I can. Not a problem. Oh, God. I don't want to read it. No. Let me bet. I'm not going to fucking... No. I'd just as soon say fuck it and not do anything than to add more shit. I'm already 2 fucking months behind schedule. Jesus. Not tonight, folks. Not tonight. I'm trying to do what makes sense for me. Hey, you know, everybody's got deep pockets and they can fucking pay for shit out their ass and they can fucking do whatever they want. That's fine. I've done the math. I know what I have. I got to do it this way. This way makes sense. It doesn't make sense for me to gut it. And no. So whatever. So he sends me a link. And out of good graces, I went to the fucking link. Yeah, I've seen all that shit. They've got some really cool stuff where you build it and you can flip things over, you know, your stations flip over. Yeah, I've seen it. I've done it. I've done all the research. But you need place for that bench. And those benches cost a shit ton of money to make. That's another thing people don't fucking understand. Do you know the price of lumber out there? Now you go try to figure out how much it's going to cost you to make a movable workbench with all the hardware and all the lumber needed to make it. And you tell me whether it's cost effective for me. It ain't cost effective for anybody. That's the same way is wood products. Why the fuck do they cost so much? Wood costs out the ass. Didn't used to, does now. So I have to, okay, so I said I'm going to make a 2x4 rough section, 2 foot by 4 foot section with my dogs, my bench dog holes and shit like that I can place on. Now I'm going to have to, now I figured out I'm going to have to make a cart for my, Laura says, and it's exotic wood import. Well, yeah, if it's an exotic wood import. Yeah, for me, it's just everything. Lumber now it doesn't matter where it comes from. It just costs a lot of money. Just costs a lot of money. Just for me to do the coasters, I had to do the math. Because there's some things I'd like to do, and guess what? It ain't mathing for the time that I put into it. It's like, oh, shit. I'm at a loss making this, so there's some things I can't do. But whatever. So there's reasons why I did certain things, and I've got planned certain things. But I got my saw put together today. I got my router table put together. Got the router. It's in a case. It's the router and I got the Bosch, the fixed base as well as the plunge base. And those are all out in the micro shop. I got to take a bunch of stuff out, and I got to rearrange all my equipment. But yeah, and I put it. That's where I was going. I put the router table up on my bench, and unless I want to route at my chin level, it's like, hey, yeah, this ain't going to work at all. So I need to bring the top of the routing table about level with my bench top. Well, yeah, it didn't help that there's one good thing. If they had built the shelves to a woodwork, the bench, the workbench, because it's not a woodworking bench. It's 2x4 construction with 1/2-inch plywood over the top of it. That's it. It's just a hobby shop planters type thing. I mean, it works, but they didn't do it. They did it higher than a woodworking bench needs to be lower. Why? Because you want it to be about, with your hands at your side, you want it to be about mid-knuckle height. And it goes in that low? Well, not really. When you put stuff on it and you're planing and stuff like that, you don't want it to be too high and you don't want to be too low. And that's about right, about mid-knuckle height. But if they had done that, especially for the average person, so it was kind of a blessing in disguise. I couldn't get my tool chest up underneath it. Because as it is, it just fits. Speaking of that, I was working in the shop the other day, trying to get things ready, and I had to take things apart, and that's pretty handy. I have something over here to my left, just turn to my right, open up the drawer, get the tool I need, close it, go over here, fix it. I take but a half a step in any direction, so it's going to be a very efficient shop. and then get done, and then I just open up the drawer, drop it in, close the drawer, take a half step back in the other direction. So it's going to be a very efficient shop. I don't have to move very much, but yeah, make do. So I think there was that. But yeah, there's reasons why I'm going the route that I'm doing. I do not have a fatigue mat, and I'm probably not going to put one in. And the reason is it's going to be a pain in the ass to clean. I want to keep it as easy to clean as possible. Another thing that guys, if you haven't thought about it, get dust mitigation. It's like, dude, I've got it handled. I got it handled. But yeah, I might be able to put one in as long as it's not too, as long as it's not the ones with the holes in it. I might be able to do that. And the good thing about it, if I decide to do that, and they ain't cheap, see again, you have to have a little bit of sawdust. Everything costs. You go, well, this doesn't cost that much. Yeah, well, you get this and you get that, and you get this and you get that, and you get this and you get that, you get this and you get that, and that comes to that $1,000 accessory shit that Laurel was talking about for the smoker. Yeah. Yeah, so they cost. So it's one thing at a time. If I feel I need a fatigue mat later on, I'll work it into the budget. But yeah, it's not the top of my priorities. Because I'm already going to have some mat stuff on the top for when I'm working. But I got that covered too. It's just smaller width. Because you get in like 2 foot or more, things add up. Will you be sitting at all while you work? Not much. Excuse me, not much. I got a bar stool out there. I do have a bar stool out there. Well, it's a shop stool. But I probably won't be sitting much. Most woodworkers don't. You're just moving around. You're not I'm not doing fine work where I'm going to be like, if I was doing jewelry or something like that, yeah, you're going to be sitting. But with the way I've got to move things around and stuff, it's just not, I won't be sitting much. But I do have a shop stool. If I need to sit down for a minute or two. But generally when I'm working, nah, probably not. Probably not. And I got my new, and this is how it is. Hey, I hate spending money. But if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it the most cost effective way. Now I need to run some more. I need to run another line. I got a outlet on one of the beams on the top. And that's what I've got my lights. So I come into the shop and I flip the light switch, and my lights come on. And that also powers that plug-in box. So I'm going to run another heavy extension cord from there down to the front, the outlet, thank you. Down to the front of the shed, and then to the back of the workbench. And then I'm going to plug my rolling cabinet has a power strip on it. I'm going to plug that into that as well, but from the back side. So I'm going to have a lot of places I can plug things in. Now, here was the question that I had. I was like, okay, I have a really nice roll-up extension cord with 4 outlets on it and one of those little breakers on it. I use that for everything. It's like hot sauce. I put that shit on everything. And it does me good most of the time. But when I'm using my miter saw, sometimes it trips it. Now I didn't see what the breaker amp was, and I checked it out. It's a 10 amp. Well, my miter is a 15 amp. My miter is a 15 amp. So I was running a 15 amp miter through a 10 amp cord, and it was doing fine except for when she goes under load, and then she tripped it. My table saw is a 15 amp. House breakers are 15 or 20. It depends. They're either 15 or 20 usually. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I want to make sure I'm not going to blow anything inside, because I don't want to run down and get it. So it's like, I could get a 15 amp power strip. Like, okay, is this going to work? 15 amp power strip. It might, but if I'm running the saw and, let's say the saw and my HVAC system, my vacuum and shit like that, is it going to trip it at 15 amp? I'm like, get a 20 amp. So I got 20 amp. So whatever's at the house, this'll stop it from tripping inside the house, but it'll allow me to use as much as I can use. Remember I said about money? Cost to go from 15 amp to 20 amp. It doubles the price. It doesn't half the price. It's only 5 amps different. No, it doubles the price. So like, shit. Now I have to buy dang near $100 cord with the amp. But whatever. It's fine, because it's what I need. But goes back to, I hate spending money. So that's out in the shop now. Yeah. Laura says, oof. Yeah. For the same price, I could have gotten 2 15s. Isn't that fucked up? For the same price, I could have gotten 2 15s, and they were nice. They were nice 15s. They were nice. Because I needed over 10 foot of cord, and either 15 or 20 amp. And I went with 20 amp because, like I said, I just want to make sure that I'm not causing any problems. So I got I think it's it's either a 12 or a 15. I think it might be a 15 foot, 20 amp rated. It's got a 20 amp breaker on it, as well as good stout cord. Let's go. Oh my God. And I told the missus, I send her the links. Everything I say, because she got her account set up. So I send her the link, she gets it ordered, and then it gets delivered, and that's fine if it's coming through Amazon. If not, I order it direct. But anything coming through Amazon, we just use her account. And she doesn't think twice about it. I could send her 7, 8 things. Doesn't matter the price. You just, okay, if that's what you need. But I'm the penny pincher. I don't like that. But it's what's needed. So yeah, like, no, I'm not going to tear down the inside of my shop no, I'll make do. Oh, I need a wood vise. So I thought I was going to do it on the end, close to the door. I figured that's not going to be the best place. Then I figured, okay, I could put it on my portable bench that's going to go in with the dog holes in it. It's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. What if I don't need that and I want the space? I don't want to have to if I'm going to need a wood vise. I don't need to put that up there if I don't need to. It's like, okay, but what if I need that and I need the other one? Well, see, okay, so you walk in the front door, turn right, and then go in there, and you're surrounded by your bench. And 2-foot section in the front with your portable. Well, right there, you turn right, looking straight out the front where the window is. That's where my rolling tool chest is, underneath the bench. Well, that makes a good place right there for a vise right in front of it. Now, I won't be able to open it up when I'm using the vise, but generally I won't need what's in there when I'm clamping wood in. So I could put a good 3-foot Moxon vise or F-clamp vise, and I wrote about that in the back room. Now, a Moxon vise is one piece of wood in the back or front of your bench, 2 screws, 2 big screws, going down about, say, 1/5 in from either side, with another board in the front of it, and then handles that you tighten up. And the 2 pieces of wood clamp each other when you screw the handles in. Now, the problem with that is the handles are always sticking out the front. Now, there's a nifty way that you can reverse it. It's pretty cool. And that's by doing some nifty things on the back side of the vise that's underneath your bench. It's pretty cool. And then you fix the handles to the screws, to the bolt, the threaded bolt thing, so that it's stuck to it. You use red Loctite so it doesn't move. So that whole thing moves back and forth, but you'll always be however deep the handle is, even when it's all the way in. It's like, and that's fine, but it'd be nice not to have that. But they've got another thing, and I think I'm going to go this route because it's pretty cool, is you use an F-clamp. Let's see if we can F-clamp so that y'all can see what an F-clamp is. Okay. Here's an F-clamp. As soon as it comes up. This is an F-clamp. See? Looks like an F. Get out of here, Mr. Woodcraft. So this is an F-clamp. And this bar, they come in different lengths. This front part here, the head, it's about the same. But this bar here comes in different lengths. See, this is a 12-inch. You can get a 30-inch. You can get a 6-inch. Now, as long as I stick with the same brand and this top part here is the same size on all of them, I can, like, let's say I go with these. This clutch style F-clamp. And I use this same brand. I can use any of them. I can use a 6 up to 30. Doesn't matter. What matters is how much jaw space I need. 6-inch will probably do for most everything. But a 12-inch, I probably won't need over 12 inches. Now, the reason that matters is that bar part is always sticking out when you're using it. Okay? But this is the cool thing about it. You build a track system. Okay? So you have a piece of wood and a piece of wood. And then there is deep as the deepness, the depth of the top of the F-clamp. Then you use wider wood over the top of them. Okay? So you're forming a track where that top slides in. And it's held in place by the two top ones, and there's just enough room between the two outer ones for that bar, that thin bar, to come out between them. It's freaking ingenious. So you come in from the ends, and you slide them in wherever you want them, and you clamp your wood in. And when you're not using them, you take them out. The beauty of this system is not only do you get a wood clamping vise, but when you're not using it for that, you've still got wood clamps that you can use as just regular wood clamps, which of course are needed. So you get dual purpose out of the same clamps. Hey, Peggy, she says, hey there, I got caught up in the Olympics and lost track of the time. I'm sorry. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Welcome to the show. So I get multiple use out of the wood clamps. I can use them for clamping my projects, or I can use them as a wood vise. I can even do a Moxon style by putting a board with a hole in them and run the clamp through the hole, and then the base of the jaw is pressing into the wood. Think of it as a sacrificial. And you're not going to use, it's the big board against a big board, which is probably the way I'm going to run it. Did I tell you I've been thinking about this stuff? Let's see if I'll show you. I should be able to show you real quick. Let's see here. I'll show you exactly how this is done. Okay, go to my playlists. There we go. Here we go. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, Laurel says just a bit. Yeah. Now see this? These are the two pieces I was talking about, and he's using a backer board. But watch what he's doing here. He sits there. He sits there. That's the exact width of the top head of the other clamp. Okay. And now he screws the whole thing in. I just forwarded it into the end of the bench. Okay. See? There we go. Yeah. Okay, he's making the top part. Let's go here. Fast forward. See now, and see how this goes longer? I told you it goes longer. And see, here's the F clamps. And it's putting that bottom one on. Now think of this, but instead of being on this short side, it's on the longer side. Above where my right here, it'd be right here. And my wheeled tool cart is underneath it. But you see that? Look how we did that. Look at that. Tell me that ain't slick as hog's snot. Now, he's not using a board between it. He could put another board in between there. So that depending upon how tight you do it, you won't get the little circle divots in your wood. But see, and then depending upon how long you need it, let's go on over here. Okay, go back in here. Now he's going to take them out. See that? Look at that. Look at that. So now you have your F clamps, and you have your wood vise. Look at that. That's cool. So that's what I'm thinking. It makes the most sense it allows me to, because again, I can do an actual Moxon vise, but I can only use it as a Moxon vise. This particular clamp setup allows me to use it to do a wood clamp and to just have wood clamps, the F clamps that I can use all by themselves. Laurel says that's pretty slick. I agree. That's pretty slick. I'd love a nice Moxon vise. Oh, Moxon vises are so nice. Moxon vises are so nice. Let's see if I can show you a Moxon vise. Moxon vises are so... I'll pull this up. These are Moxon vises. This is a Moxon vise. You see it's got the two little wheels and the boards. Now I can do the same board here using that other clamp system. Here's a smaller one. But you see how I said this, they stick out? Hey, get back over there. Here's it is, a nice Moxon vise. Here's another Moxon vise. Ooh, this one's nice. So Moxon vise has their different styles handles, but see, you got the dog holes. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now again, that would be ideal, and if I had more space. But since I don't have it, it's like, yeah, I like that track system. It for me, it makes sense. And like I said, everything for the micro shop has to be catered to my exact needs, because I'm going to do small stuff. I'm not going to be doing big furniture and stuff like that, at least not for sale. So it's going to be for boxes and smaller stuff. So everything is scaled down, and yeah. So I thought that was pretty slick with those the sliding rails. It's like, ooh, that's nice. That screws, glue, minimal amount of lumber. Now, I'd probably have most of it already done, but I didn't have my table saw. And you kind of need a table saw to rip things down. But, yeah. Ooh, oh, this is nice. Ooh, let me see. Oh, look at this. Oh, see, now this is beautiful. Look at this one. Look at this. Look at this bench. You got a Moxon vise on one side, a little bench with dogs on either dog holes on either side, and you've got this. It's a single screw wood vise. That's nice. Another picture. Ooh, isn't that nice? That's pretty. A little tray over on one side for your tools and stuff. Now, that's nice. Yeah, sweet. Watch this. $1,200. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was. Oh, I didn't need that. But yeah, $1,200. It's beautiful, but no. So I'm gonna take. I have a. I think I'd said this on the last show. I've got the. Well, not that sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you look at people in the rustic shops and it's like, oh, yes, yeah, they put a lot of money in it. Again, because things are expensive now. Now, what was I saying? I had an old dining room table. I had multi-purposed back years ago. Where my heater is now, I had my wood or my pellet stove. When my pellet stove died, I took my dining room table, old dining room table, and I cut about 1.5 feet off one end. So you had the two legs. And I put that against the wall with L brackets. So it looks like a table. It was a table. It comes out of the wall. And I had my whiskey collection, some of it on there, and flowers or whatever I want to put on it in the living room. Well, that is gone, as well as was the now I've got my heater there, house heater there. But the table top that I had to do that with still had most of the tabletop left, and that was in the shed. And that's a good inch thick oak. And not only is an inch thick oak, but it's not plywood, but it's laminated wood together, similar to what they do to for a cutting board. It's how they could make a solid oak table for less money, because they put it together with scraps. But what that does is it keeps it from warping. Where a solid oak or a solid any wood can warp on you, which is why most woodworking benches are made up of multiple sheets of wood, like 2x4s or 2x8s, 2x10s, and then they're put together back to back to back to back. It keeps it from warping. So yeah, I'm going to use that for my portable bench with the dog holes in it. It's like, yeah, might as well. I don't know whether I can make it 4 foot wide though. I think it's only going to be like 3.5 feet wide by 2 feet deep. But I might be able to put like a tray thing on the side. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I don't need huge because I'm not going to be doing huge stuff. And then I have to see how the shop works. So, yeah. Laurel says it's paid for. Exactly. It's paid for. Because I did the math. It probably cost me dang near $100 to do just one with 3/4 inch. And this is an inch. So I get 1/4 of an inch deeper. It's not plywood, but it ain't solid wood. It's solid wood, but it ain't warped. It ain't wood that's going to warp. So, yeah. Yep. Then I got to figure out whether I want to put it in the center or whether I want to go right justified. If I'm going to justify it, it's probably going to be right justified. Yeah. Laurel says pros true inch too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a true. It is. It's a true inch. Hey, it was redacted. You didn't say anything wrong. They took away your message. That wasn't nice. But yeah, she good and solid. So I'll cut the ends squared. Just do a slight round over on the edges. Figure out my dog holes. I'm gonna do 4-inch spacing. Get those all put in. And dogs is another thing. you get clamp dogs, and there's all sorts of dogs that you can use in there. It's like, oh, expensive ones, cheap ones. I'm going to go fairly inexpensive to start out with. Just enough to get it going. Just enough to get it going. Facebook is screwing me again. I've dropped 5 million. I've dropped 5 million views over the past rolling 28. I'm still at over 15 million, but you know, I was kicking out there. Earnings have dropped. I'm creeping up on 30,000 followers. Right now I'm at 29,717. So maybe by the end of the week. I don't know. It's been rough. And they've been giving me warnings. Seems like there's an automated thing. It's like I don't automate anything. I go and I hand invite people. Every single one. Click, 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 click. I hand invite them. Oops, get out of here. Yeah. So I'm fighting the system and trying to plug along. How's everybody been doing? Everybody doing okay? I've been busy. Took the missus out on her ride. It was nice. It's a pretty day. Took her and the kids to Olive Garden for Valentine's Day. I paid for that. The kids showed up. They invited us. And they came over and they followed us up. As soon as they come in, they got, okay, I got to get something clear here. Mom and we got this covered. And her feller's like, I told you they were probably going to do that. I said, yeah, just whatever. Just invite the parents over any place that you want to eat. And Laura goes, oh, wow, what? So we covered it. Peggy says, I follow several people on Facebook and they are all commenting on the algorithms. Yeah, shit's fucked up. And like you folks know, I don't just have a page. I work my page. So yeah, we paid for that. Well, hell, they got Zippy. They got Zippy. My youngest, she uses Zippy. And then her feller uses her car, which is Zippy in black. well, Zippy's all-wheel drive. Hers is front-wheel drive. Same car. Hers is all in black. Zippy's silver. Zippy got new shoes put on this fall. That wasn't cheap. But yeah, I think it's like, no, I knew the kids' income. I knew that they're, so I couldn't in good conscience. It's like, no, we'll take this. And that was that. So we had a nice lunch. Took her time. We got there right when they opened. It's like, oh, there's not too many people here. Within 20 minutes, the place was swamped. So it's like, yeah, we got there at a good time. We wanted to make sure that we didn't have to wait. I tried their new meal. I don't know what it's called. Let's see what it's called. They should have it online. Let's see here. Olive Garden menu. This is a new one. It's a new dish. It's a new dish for them. I just want to see the menu. That's it. I don't want to order anything. No, I don't. No, I don't want to find a restaurant. I just want to see the menu. I just want to see the menu. Show me the menu. Dang it. Okay, fine. Fuck it. Find a... Oh, you can't. Let's go here. There we go. That should be the... There are no restaurants near that? Yes, there is. Let's try that. There are no restaurants near that? Yes, there is. Let's try that. There are no restaurants near NH. There we go, New Hampshire. There we go, Concord. I told you they had one there. See, I don't want to order. I just want to see the damn menu. No, I just want to see the menu. Okay, here we go. This is what I had. This is what I had. I don't want to... There we go. I want to see it. There we go. I'm going to open it up for you. This is what I had. Calabrian steak and shrimp bucatini. It's a grilled sirloin tips, shrimp, and bucatini pasta tossed in a spicy Calabrian sauce, cream sauce, with spinach and tomatoes. It was pretty good, except for the fact that they say it's spicy, and it's not. It's kissed. It's kissed, and I have determined that I don't like those noodles. They're like spaghetti on steroids. They're like huge. They're like Asian. You know the Asian fat noodles? That's what they're like. I'd have preferred it would just. Laurel says, "Ooh, that looks and sounds yummy." No, it was very good. It just wasn't. They say it was spicy. It's not. The missus, it would have been fine for her, but yeah, I like it as spicy. But it was very good. And as you know, they always give you a lot of food. So, oh, got to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, that's what I had. It was good. It was good. And of course, with salad, and breadsticks, and we had the. Thank you, guys. We had the Italian. They call them Italian fried dough. I think that's what it's called. Family bundles. No. Let me see here. Classic entrees. No, get out of here. No, get out of here. Salad and breadsticks. No. Come on. Create your own pasta. No. Let me see what they... Oh, desserts. Here we go. Warm Italian donuts is what they're called. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We get this every time we go there. There it is right there. I call them pillows. They're about 2 inches wide by 3.5 long. Fried dough. And you get your choice of raspberry or chocolate sauce or both. They'll ask you if you want raspberry or chocolate. We say both. We get both. And the kids got an order of that. See, it's $8.49. The kids had an order and we had an order. Yeah, gets it all adds up. But oh my goodness, love those things. They're light, warm. They got powdered sugar over the top of them, and then you dip them in a warm chocolate sauce or a warm raspberry sauce. Oh, it is so good. It is so good. Yes, indeed. It's good stuff. It is good stuff. And I ate my entire meal, but one thing of beef, one little cube of beef, and a couple noodles. I ate the rest. And it's like, would you like a box? No, it's not enough for me to bother with. The kids brought home their stuff and soup, and she wanted to take her soup home with her, so we made sure. Can we get a soup to go container? Well, they brought us a whole new soup to go, so. It is what it is. But they had a good time. We sat there and we had a good laugh. Good conversation, seeing how everybody is doing. She's doing good. She got a waiting list. She is so popular, she get a waiting list. She cleans houses. She has a waiting list. I said, does that mean they're going to up your pay? She goes, no. But what it does mean is she's never lacking any work. She's never lacking for work. Yep. We took them to not Longhorn. We took them to the Texas Roadhouse for after their wedding. That was fun too. I had their biggest steak. I don't know what they call it, cowboy steak or something like that. It's fucking huge. I ate it all. So yeah, okay, steak, and then yes, give me the extra onions and mushrooms on top of that, and give me double sour cream for my taters. In fact, give me double taters in my big steak. I don't know what how big is that steak? Is it a 20 ounce, 24 ounce? It's not the challenge. It's just their 24 ounce. They're 24 ounce. Supposedly they have a challenge steak that's 64 ounces. Nah, screw that. But yeah, they're 24 ounce. And they're 24 ounce ribeye. With taters and sour cream and butter. Yeah, ate it all. I'm a small feller. I'm a small guy. I need substance. That was pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, we'll be getting the smoker in here shortly. We'll get it in here shortly. Make the missus happy. Oh, make her happy. She goes, I missed your smoking. It's like, yeah, I know. I've been busy. I was going to get one when I was selling guns. That way I could start it before I went to work, especially if I opened, and then things would be done by the time I got out. But that's a long smoke for most stuff. That's way long for a chicken or ribs or anything. Gus says, we really want to try 306 Barbecue on Hall Street. They always sell out. The line is unbelievable. They are looking for a new place. The kid that started it has quite the story. Yeah, that's down by the Xfinity, right? They put it in the Market Basket parking lot. Isn't that where it is? They got 306 Barbecue, Xfinity, and I think something else there. He says no, that's not where it is. I thought that's where it was. That's down off of Main Street, right? I'll bet you it is. .306 Barbecue. Well, they got it down in Athens, Georgia, too. Oh, see, you get to 603, not 306. 603 is like, oh, look at that. There we go. That's better. Serving Texas-style barbecue out of Litherman's Brewing Company. That's okay, in Concord, huh? Okay, let's see here. It's Hall Street. Yeah. It says no, Kentucky. Price per person, $30 to $40. Fried chicken down by there. Fried chicken down by there. Let's go here. I'm gonna open up. Where's my maps? Google Gemini. No, there we go. Let's go here. Bing. Let's go there. What the hell? Where are you? There's KFC, Wendy's, Longhorn. An error has occurred. No. Reload. No, where are you? Concord. Okay, there it is. I'm going to go here. Drop in there. Drop in there. Drop in there. Oh, wait a minute here. That ain't where I was thinking it was. Recently viewed. Where the hell is that? Oh. Yeah. What was I thinking? I was thinking Store Street, right? Store Street is the other one. This is across from the water treatment plant. This is across from the water treatment plant. Yeah, on the other side of the bridge. There's a trailer park. You go underneath the bridge. See, this is the highway bridge. You're coming down here. You're coming down here, and this is a water treatment plant, and it's right in here. 306 Barbecue. What the hell was I thinking about? Long before that, or after that, depending upon how you're looking at it. It's right here. This is the Hall Street wastewater treatment park right here. And it's across the street. .306 Barbecue. There we go. The other end by KFC. No, KFC's up here. Oh, where the hell is it? KFC's up here. Come up here. Here is Burger King. KFC should be right in here someplace. Is this it? KFC right here. Yes, by the hotel. Yeah, the hotel's right here. Right, here's, where the hell's the hotel? Sullivan Tire. Where the hell's the hotel? I thought the hotel's down here. Someplace. Where the hell is that? Best Western is way down here. Red Roof. That was the Best Western right here. There we go. The Red Roof? No, this is Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. Right here. This is Sullivan Tire. The hotel's down here. The hotel's down here. Right here. Best Western. It's down here further. You ain't sleeping at the tire place, are you there, Gus? It's by that? Oh, it's by Captain Kitchen and Bath. They don't say it's there. They say it's down. They say it's down here. They say it's down. Watch this. That's where they say it is, right here. Right here. That's where they say it is. Is they wrong? So it's down there. It's down there somewhere. It's down there somewhere. Now let's go and see what I thought you were talking about. Okay, come on in here. Wee-hee. Gus is going, Okay, come on in here. No, wait. Where the hell is it? Hall Street into here. I don't need to go on the highway. No. Okay. South Main. Okay. Napa. No. I'm trying to... figure out where was the it should be down here someplace. Where is it? Man, I am totally lost here. South Main. Here we go. South Main. Oh, see, there we go. It's right here. 110 grill. The 110 grill is what I thought it was. And that's in the, see, off of Storrs Street. We come in here. See, we come in here. And see, this is an old picture because it says right here, Starbucks Coffee, the grill, and Xfinity store, and you don't see them on the map. They're right here. They're all built up in this section here, but you don't see them on the map. Gus says, I'm yelling at your phone. Why are you yelling at your phone? Why are you yelling, Gus? You don't need to yell. So, yeah, that was 110. See, it was a number. I was halfway there. It was a number. It was a number. I don't know what it was. But, yeah, where they said that 603 barbecue, that was way down. They said it's directly across from the wastewater treatment plant. It's actually a nice area, folks. When you're driving down that street, it's pretty. It looks like a park. It looks like a park. Always have nice manicured lawns and everything. It's the poop factory. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Is everybody else there? I made, last night for dinner, I made, effing smells. Yeah, I just drive by it. That's all I care. It looks pretty. I just drive by it. Last night I took leftover mashed potatoes and I put cheddar cheese in it and sour cream. And I mixed it up good. And then I plated that on the plate with a nice scoopy in the center. And I filled that with, we took some thick cut ribeye steak, cubed in about twice bite-sized pieces, with suitable sized diced mushrooms to go with the steak, and onions. So I sautéed the onions and mushrooms, and I cooked the steak with a bunch of seasonings. And then I mixed them, and I put in an au jus gravy. So it's a little thicker than regular au jus, but it ain't really a gravy. So I put that in there, and then I ladled that over the taters. And that's what we had for dinner last night. I'm like, I want to make something a little different, a little off the beaten path. And oh, it was yummy. Gus says we had Five Guys last night. Yeah, Five Guys is pretty good. Where'd you go? Did you go to Manchester, or do they got a Five Guys in? They got a Five Guys in Concord now, don't they? It's in the Staples Plaza across from Hannaford. Don't they have one there? He goes, yeah. Okay. We went to the one in Manchester back quite a long time ago. So you went to the Concord one. Another good place is we like NATO's subs. They make some pretty good Philly steak and cheese. That's what I get when I go there. NATO's. We haven't been there in a while either. They got them in other places. We went to Manchester. Because I believe we were living in Manchester at the time. But yeah, Five Guys is good. Plenty of fries. They give you a lot of stuff. But folks that ain't been to Five Guys, what do they serve? They're Five Guys is a burger joint. And you custom order your burgers. So you tell them exactly what you want. You go, I want a quarter-pound burger or whatever like that, or whatever they have, and I want this cheese on it and mushrooms and whatever you want. You build, each person builds. You build your burger, and then they give it to you. And they serve it with a shit ton of fries. And for folks that are unfamiliar with a shit ton, it's a lot. So they serve a lot of their hand cut. Well, they're not hand cut. They're fresh cut. Allie said, "Gosh, you freaked me out for a moment." Yeah, we had Five Guys last night. Yeah, they were kind of spicy. We had some Mexican fellers for dinner. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Five Guys is a burger joint. Don't eat the Chinese guys. You're going to be hungry 15 minutes later. So oh. Yeah, I don't know how far Five Guys reaches. Laurel says double fried fries, smashed burgers, really good. Yeah, so she's in Kentucky and she knows Five Guys. That's the dispensary next door. You got five Guys burger joints and the fried Guys marijuana dispensary next door. That'd be a good fucking name. That would be a good damn name. I'm not a big fan of legalizing of it, but that's a good name. Fried Guys dispensary. It's funny because a lot of people going, yeah, it should be legalized and stuff like that, and all the stuff that people complain that they warned about. You watch. It does not, legalizing in a state does not reduce dependency. It actually increases it. It was warned. You get more people hooked on it. They've been, the amount of accidents on the road verified has gone up. Everything that was warned about legalizing, it's come to pass. So a lot of the people that were like, yeah, we should. And it's like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't anymore. Yeah. It's not like alcohol. Allie says Idaho hasn't legalized it either. Yeah. It's not a good deal. It's not like alcohol. Anybody that tries to act like, oh, it's no different than alcohol, it is not the same as alcohol. That doesn't mean that people don't fuck up with alcohol, but alcohol is a totally different beast. Allie says, but there is a dispensary less than a half a mile from Idaho-Washington border. I believe that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no good comes from it. But it's medicinal. It's like, yeah, they got modern pharmaceuticals that do the job better, except for a few certain cases. Very few. Very few. It's called Floyd's. They should have called it Jim's. You know, from Taxi. He was pretty much fried all the time. It was Jim, right? That was his name, Jim? Jim from Taxi. Everybody go, you're reaching back there. Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch it. Come on now. I was thinking someone else. Kramer from Seinfeld. I don't know if he was. Jim was a stoner. Wasn't he, Jim? Wasn't it Jim from Taxi? The guy that played Doc in Back to the Future. Gus says, yep. We'll go back. Okay, how about who here used to watch Barney Miller? And then after that, Fish, they did a spinoff with Fish. But Barney Miller, that was the police show. It's the police version of Taxi. Yeah, Barney Miller. They had Welcome Back, Kotter, Barney Miller, Taxi. There's overlap in time. They weren't exactly at the same time, but there was an overlap in time. And you had Happy Days, and you had different versions of different eras of Happy Days. And then you had Joni Loves Chachi was a spinoff of that, and Laverne and Shirley was a spinoff of that. I used to like watching Laverne and Shirley. And then you had Mork and Mindy, which was a spinoff of Laverne and Shirley. And then you had two eras. You had the pre-child era, and then the child era. I thought the pre-child era was better, actually. There was reasons why the show was going off the rails. There could be a big deep dive in there. They played off each other well. What the hell was his name that played Mork's kid? Whatever his name was. They had a problem too because both of them liked to ad lib a lot, which caused some issues. Allie says, I only watched a teeny bit of Taxi. Don't remember much. I watched Cheers and those others you mentioned. Yeah, Cheers was a little bit later. Cheers was after Taxi. Gus says, Wojciechowicz. Ha ha ha. Spelled that out. Yeah, Wojciechowicz, the Polak. Yeah, there's Fish, Wojciechowicz, Barney Miller. What's the black guy's name? What was the black guy's name? He was played by Ron Glass. He was best known for, let's see here. Oh, come on now, I didn't want to see that. Go back here. Sally looked it up for you. Oh, Wojciechowicz. Jim and I are watching the first season of Three's Company. I forgot how funny it was. Yeah, it was pretty funny, but it's kind of quirky. Here you go. You need to, you need to go back and watch things like Chips. Thought that was so fucking cool. It is stupid as hell. Oh my God. Come on. Now, what was... I'm trying to... What the hell was his name? Okay. I'm going to their... Ron Harris. His name was Detective Ron Harris. Was the black guy. Oh, Sergeant Arthur Dietrich. Yeah, and then there's Chano Amaguel. It was the Hispanic guy, if I spelled his name right. Wow. Yeah, Harris. Gus got it. Lieutenant Ben Scallon. Wow. Wojciechowicz was Max Gale. Detective Sergeant Nick Yamana was the Asian guy. They had one of everybody. They had one of everybody. See, and I've pointed this shit out before in the past, is that come 2000 on, everybody acted as if they didn't have diversity in shows up until now. It's like, you're full of shit. Barney Miller had everybody in it. They had Welcome Back Kotter, had everybody in it. Allie says Eric Estrada was hot back in the day. I like Chips because of him. Yeah, him. Yeah, and they wore clothes way too tight for themselves. Gus says no racism back. Well, there's always been racism, but it wasn't thrown in your face. You could say shit that people would claim as racism. Now it's not. It's whatever. You know, it's. They say, "Oh yeah, diversity." You had Cagney and Lacey, which were basically Cagney and Lacey were the Starsky and Hutch for gals. So it's like they had diversity back then, and we all, the Huxtables. You grew up watching the Huxtables. Laurel says Blazing Saddles. Yeah. It's like nobody took the shit seriously. Racism is always around. It will always be around. Because it's just tribalism. But it wasn't... Peggy says, I always thought that Soap was the funniest sitcom ever. Yeah, they had Soap. They had... they had a lot. The Jeffersons. And then the opposite of the Jeffersons, you had... God, what was it? It's the racist Meathead was his son. Well, son-in-law married his daughter. Archie Bunker. Thank you. Archie Bunker. So you had Archie Bunker, you had the Jeffersons, You had Sanford and Son. Again, there was no shortage of, and everybody watched those shows. Laurel says Archie and Edith. Yeah. Edith is funny. I saw an interview with her, and somebody wanted her to do the Edith voice, and she's like, "No, I do that on the show. This is how I talk. Edith is on the show." Was Loretta Swit his daughter? When she was young, Loretta Swit. Allie says, even me being youngish, I watched all of those shows you mentioned. Yeah, because they went into syndication. How about Mel's Diner? Mel's Diner. Oh, All in the Family. All in the Family was Archie Bunker, the actual show. Sally Struthers. Oh, okay. Yeah, close enough. Yeah. I knew it's like she's the crying for the puppies gal. Sally Struthers. Thank you, Gus. Loretta Swit was Hot Lips Houlihan from MASH. Another great show. MASH. Yep. Yeeper Skipper. You had Gomer Pyle, and you had and Gomer Pyle was a spinoff from Mayberry, what the hell was that? It's Mayberry, but it's not Mayberry. What was it called? The Andy Griffith Show. He was the Gomer Pyle was the mechanic, one of the town's mechanic. And he joined the Marines. It's where Opie got his start. Opie Taylor. Went on to become a director. Yeah, they had diversity back in the day, but it wasn't forced on people. It just wasn't. And everybody watched the shows. Fat Albert. Everybody watched Fat Albert. And that's all a bunch of black characters. Nobody cared. The Cosby Show. Everybody watched the Cosbys. They were America's family. The Cosbys. Allie says, I didn't care for MASH, but would only watch long enough for the cross-dresser to show up. Klinger. It's Klinger. It's funny, only a couple of the actors actually were in the first movie. And then like Colonel Potter actually he came as another person before he got the role as Colonel Potter. I think he played a general or something like that. He was a guest star. Hawkeye and Radar. And Allie said he was my favorite. Yeah, he never got out. he ended up going, I think he was from Philadelphia. Was he from Philadelphia? Let's see where he was from. Toledo, Ohio. Close. Toledo, Ohio. Laurel says a crazy general. Yeah. Yeah, you're talking about Colonel Potter, the guy that played Colonel. Yeah, he played a crazy general. He was a guest star before. There was a couple of the characters that were like that. Earlier on, they were guest stars as somebody else, and they worked them in as a different character. Yeah, Toledo, Ohio. Lebanese American. See, they even knew that he was just he was just a cross-dresser trying to get out on a Section 8. Now they back in, until recently they were fucking promoting him. It's like stupid. You get that shit out of the military. Jamie Farr. Yes, indeed. Laurel says Tony Paco's is in Toledo, and it's a real place. Was that where he was supposed to live? Or where he was working from? Where'd you get that from? Oh, or was that a grocery store? Or no, that's where he comes from. Jamie Farr's from Toledo, Ohio as well. Well, of course, a Lebanese American actor from Toledo, Ohio. No, I want to know where he was from on the... No. Okay. I want to know where the character was from. Klinger ordered sausage and stuff from them. Yeah. Petticoat Junction. Yeah. I didn't watch that. What town was Klinger from? There we go. No, he was from... He played from... Right, the character was from Toledo, Ohio. Right. Okay, both he and the character from Toledo, Ohio. There you go. Green Acres is a place to be. Didn't watch that either. You know another one that I didn't, little bit more recent is Dukes of Hazzard. I didn't watch that either. I didn't watch the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm familiar with it. I didn't watch Dukes of Hazzard. Daisy Dukes. You know that you are a cultural icon when when the shorts are known for the character. Daisy Dukes. They're not as popular as they used to be. Do the kids now wear Daisy Dukes? Do they even know what Daisy Dukes is and where it comes from? Daisy Dukes. Ellie did a surprised face. What are you surprised for? What you surprised for? Ellie. Gator. Alligator. Golden Girls. They were big for quite some time. Golden Girls. Betty White. And Maude. Maude. Spinoff had her own show. Maude. Again, females. I mean, It always gets me the same way. It's like, oh, we've never had black things until, after. It's like, okay, I guess you're just shitting all over Blade, and there's been a shit ton of diverse shows and movies and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, but before Wakanda. Not Wakanda. It wasn't Wakanda. What was it? Black Panther. Black Panther is something so unique. It's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Only by ignoring reality can the left pull the shit that they do. It's like, no, it's all been done before. It's like, what the hell? Go back and, take these little pansy ass, you just sit them down and have them watch the old shows. Watch their head explode. Gus says, I'm calling it a night. Hope everyone has a great rest of the week. Good night, everyone. You get some rest there, Gus. Everybody else been sleeping like shit. I ain't been sleeping. I go to sleep. I was just dead tired the other night. I went to sleep and I turned everything off at about 7:30, 7:45. Man, I was gone. An hour later, I was wide awake until after midnight. Like, oh, here we go. Here we go. I ain't been sleeping. The missus ain't been sleeping. My youngest ain't been sleeping. Of course, she don't live with us, but everybody else having weird sleep patterns. Bonanza. There you go, Bonanza. And the Riflemen, but the Bonanza, that was the Ponderosa, wasn't it? The ranch they were on. Peggy says, I'm tired too, so good night all, and thank you, John. You're most welcome, Peggy. Thank you for joining the show. Laurel says, I fall asleep on the couch, hit the bed. Nope. Yeah, I hate it. And I've been having weird, restless leg syndrome. Oh, my goodness. That's horrible. I had restless body syndrome the other night. My whole body felt like that. It was like I was just wired up. And that's like the last show that I was on. It was like dead tired because I woke up early because of the damn snow blowing from the neighbor at 4 o'clock and just before 4 o'clock in the morning. So I was up and I couldn't fall asleep until almost 2 o'clock. I was so tired. Allie said, did you see my comment? Nope. The only thing that came up was the surprise face on my end. The Fall Guy. That's another show. The Fall Guy. We gone over when he did the $6 Million Man and stuff like that. I'm surprised you didn't watch Dukes of Hazzard. Why? You got to remember too that like I didn't get a TV until I was dang near a teenager. And then we only had one channel. Yeah, so whatever came on that one channel. And it was limited time. Didn't come on much. Allie says, and Jessica Simpson played Daisy Duke in the movie. So the young girls know. Oh, okay. Okay. But oh my goodness. How long ago was that? Jessica Simpson as Daisy Duke. I'll bet you it's back further than what you'd think. Oh, that was in 2005. Holy crap, that's still 20 years ago. That's 21 years ago. Isn't that fucked up? That's 21 years ago. Oh, my goodness. Allie said college girls from both universities still wear them. Yeah, they will. They will. There was a while there they'd wear them, and then the frayed would be too long. Look, if you got 3-4 inches of frayed, trim that shit up. Doesn't need to be that long. You need a 1/4 to 1/2 inch fray. That's it. Yeah, 21 years ago. Holy crap. Wow. Time flies. Time flies. And speaking of time flying, it's now after 10. Again, tonight's coffee was caramel macchiato from New England brand. Caramel macchiato. It's good stuff. Anybody else have any questions before I wrap it up? Wrap it up. I'll take it. Wrap it up. Fabulous Thunderbirds. Come on. Y'all know that? Allie says, good night. Thank you. Jim has been asleep the whole... He's been asleep? That fucker. Oh, my goodness. He would have enjoyed the conversation. Laurel says, good night, everyone. I hope we all sleep better tonight. Yeah. Allie's laughing. You should have cattle prod his ass. John says, wake up, dang it. You put it on a speakerphone. You say, put me next to his ear. Fucking wake up, Jim. Laurel says he will be up all night. Up all night. Allie says he'll get a kick out of what you just said. No, yeah, that'd been funny. Put him there and go, hey, big boy. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Well, if nobody has anything else to do, I'll wrap it up. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning on Facebook and see what goodies they still have for us. And try to push those algae rhythms because they are screwing me hard. Really hard. Laura says good night, Peggy. Yes, Peggy already left, didn't she? She already said goodbye. She said goodbye. Next show, Sunday. Sunday evening, same time, same place. With that, let's get my music ready. God bless and take care.